Hey there, welcome to day 6 of the 12 days of strategic planning. I'm Carla.
I'm Olivia.
And today we're talking about your business breakdown. This is like one of my favorite things.
Me too.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited.
So, if you're a business owner, if you have a creative side hustle, you're the one in charge, right? You're doing all the things. If you're just in a career that you're trying to create more goals around, we want you to think about this like it's all the hats that you wear, in your current role. So the business breakdown, what it is 5 categories: management, projects, brand, growth, and lifestyle. You'll notice that lifestyle happens twice because that's the personal piece that's coming in from, all the reflecting that we did earlier.
Yep.
So each of these things, like in the workbook, for instance, there is suggestions for what could go underneath each of these categories. But ideally, you're creating this comprehensive bird's eye view of what goes into your business on a day-to-day basis. Not only like simple things like what email account you're using, or like how you're managing your finances, but also things like, for instance, new projects that you want to take on, your brand, how's your brand looking, social media stuff, and then obviously the lifestyle pieces of rest and vacation and all those kinds of things. So, do you want to add anything to that, or is that...
That was good.
Thank you.
Do you want me to do the internal and external?
Yes, I do.
Thing?
I do.
Okay.
So, thinking about internal considerations versus external considerations within your business. And we think about them separately because your business, if you think about it like this, the center of the thing. I was trying to think of a cute metaphor, but nothing's coming to mind. So you've got you in the middle, you've got your audience on one side, and then you've got your team and or, your alter ego, if that's, you're just in business with yourself, on the other end. So internal things are things that happen between you and your alter ego or your business partner, your teammates, whoever else, coworkers might be directly involved with what you do. So those are things like the management pieces of managing your inbox and the systems and technology that you use to get things up and running, but also include things like conflict management. Like,
interpersonal communications.
Yes. Yeah. So then external considerations consider all of the things that happen between your business and your audience or your clients, whoever it is that you're selling to. So those are things like your projects, like what new work do you want to create, your social media. If you are on something like Patreon and you have a group of people who are directly influencing what's going on in your business. So essentially just making sure that you're actually thinking about literally everything that goes on in your business, so that when you have a chance to create a vision and like start thinking about the action piece of what you want to do, you're not leaving anything out.
Yeah. And I say I'm really excited about it because this is where we really kind of get into the nitty-gritty of strategic planning for your business. But this part, I think, of anything else can feel a little overwhelming. It can feel like, well, how could I possibly detail every single thing that it is that I do? I mean, the list is endless, right? And so really the idea is, though, to kind of get away from the overwhelming aspect of it all and just point blank, black and white, what is it that you do every day? What are those internal and external considerations? And I think it's important to think of this through the lens of how do I use my time? And this isn't like you use it really poorly or you use it really well. This is just literally how do you use your time? What do you use your time for? What is it that you do? What are the tasks that you accomplish day in and day out? And what categories might those fall under, so that you can take a comprehensive look at everything that you do and figure out how to move forward intentionally with solid, concrete goals moving ahead.
Yeah. So as you're working through this, whether you're doing it in a workbook or just listening to these videos and podcasts and doing it on your own, I think it's super important to make sure that you're considering, like take yourself through a day in your business. Like, you wake up and you check your inbox and you check your social media posts that you scheduled. Well, did you schedule them? If you did, then you have some software going in there that you want to make sure that's working for you. You know, do you have a coffee call? Do you have a coffee call? I don't know what that is. A consultation.
A call over coffee?
Yeah.
I love coffee calls. Those are my favorite kind of calls.
I've never had a coffee call before. The projects that you're working on, like client work. I mean, there are a lot of things to your business, and so I think because it is overwhelming, having a written list of all the things is going to be really helpful for you moving forward.
Exactly.
So that's your business breakdown. Day 6.
Did we do it?
I think we did.
We did it.
Of strategic planning.
Yay.
Well, check back in tomorrow for day 7. We're going to jump into your brand a little bit, which I said this was my favorite part, but I think tomorrow's.
I think if you're honest, tomorrow's
if I'm honest, tomorrow. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the 12 Days of Strategic Planning series. Whether you've been tuning in to the videos or to the podcast, we so appreciate your support. If you want to connect further, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at heytherecreative.co. You can find us on our website, heytherecreative.co. Or you can search Hey There Creative on Etsy to find our shop.